and we are back for the second iteration of this video. And yeah, so this is gonna be like the next kind of stuff that we did. Again, it's in chronological order-ish. So, you know, there's gonna be a lot of stuff from my first like 3-day long format that I did, and that stuff was super fun and super exciting, and I had so much fun doing that. And yeah, I mean, it was just gonna be very similar to the last video, just, you know, catching you guys up so I can continue to bring you all along for the rest of the season. We still have quite a few more shows to go to, and events and clinics and all the fun things. So yeah, super excited. And yeah, I mean, Pony's doing good. We went to another event, and despite what the judge had to say, the dressage was actually very good. There is just a judge around here who is notorious for not liking him, unfortunately, and there's not much that I can do about that. That'll probably be in the video following this video that you'll see all that stuff, and you can tell me that I'm absolutely correct or that I'm out of my mind and I am wrong. So I'll leave it up for you guys to decide.
So I feel the need to warn all of you that this dressage test was terrible. We got a 40. It was bad. I was not aware that dressage saddles were not supposed to physically hurt you. Mine did. I thought as long as it fit your horse, you should have been able to make do. Turns out that's wrong, and we've rectified the problem and we're figuring it out. Now, I am showing this because I promised to show the bad parts, and this test was awful, okay? I shouldn't have gotten a 40. I should have gotten lower than a 40, but the judge was nice. Now, why was it bad, you may ask? Well, first off, he's not even that straight, in my opinion, but he's just tight and anxious. Now, obviously, that's been our MO the entire time, but he's tight, he's anxious, and the way the saddle fit me, it was way too big, so I'd kind of slide around, and it would, like, push me, almost. See? There, he cantered, because he's tight and anxious. You can kind of see he's tippy-tapping with his toes. He's just not very relaxed. And, sure, am I doing my best? Yeah, but it's not good. Geometry? Questionable. Not really there. I mean, am I getting some moments of stretch? Sure. But it was a bad test, okay? And that just happens sometimes. Now, we also think he maybe doesn't like the bit anymore, so we're trying a new bit. Again, just a snaffle, obviously, because we don't need anything more. But yeah, so we had to do two 20-meter circles at X, kind of like a figure 8, and then we continued on with the test. That in itself was a little funky. That canter transition was fine, but as you can see, he's kind of shaking his head, because, again, I'm stressing him out. We're not straight in the canter, because I'm not using my leg in my seat the way I should be. I mean, he's just giving me feedback for the poor things that I am doing, and for me not riding effectively. In truth, I was not participating enough in this ride. It may look like I am doing too much, but the reality is, with this horse, he's perfect. I would like to preface that with. But with him, he gets tight and anxious in the dressage, and he needs to feel you grab him with your legs and with your hand and then let him go and soften. And then continue to continually talk to him through both legs and both hands. Now, that's a little hard for me, who I'm used to, you leave the horse alone unless they're trying to kill you. But, you know, it's okay. Now, I believe we're gonna trot somewhere in this supposed free walk. Obviously, it's not really a free walk because he's tight and tense and not stretching down, but quote-unquote free walk. And, you know, not straight. I mean, it was not a good test. I was like second or third to last by the end of this. We do end up moving quite a bit in this competition. But yeah. Or, no, pardon me, it was a stretchy trot that we messed up. I mean, that still wasn't good. It was just walk across the diagonal, basically, but, you know. And then we'll continue trotting, we'll do the canter circle, you know, all that stuff. And I'm just grateful that he puts up with me. Yep, so here's what I'm trying when I'm trying to do the stretchy trot, and I can't hold him with my leg very well in the saddle, so he continued to canter. And then I was like, stop. And then, you know, I just stress him out. And this is not a good display of the horse he is. This is not a good display of the rider that I am. But I hope it can show my tactfulness, I guess, in other terms. You know, I'm not freaking out on him. I'm not, like, seesawing or anything. So, it does show some good qualities, I suppose, looking on the bright side. Yeah, not straight in the canter. Again, it was just my inability to sit. When we get to the point where we need to canter haunches in, we are totally set, though, 100%. And, you know, we fixed it, and working on it. And it's hard, because he's such a sensitive horse, and my body does odd things that the normal human body does not do. So we just end up miscommunicating a lot, and it's just the fact that I need to focus on my body more than the average person does. You know, the average person doesn't have to go, oh, my knee's partially dislocated today, so I need to collapse my ribcage on that side to sit deeper, because I'm not going to be able to sit as deep because of the knee. And then there's other stuff, like my spine's a little bit curvy, so I need to adjust the way I sit, and just stuff that the normal human doesn't have to think about, that I have to figure out how to deal with. And, you know, I have a good horse to do it, because he calls me out on everything. So yeah, again, that test was a 40. It was not good. I cringed watching it. But watching it back, I'm at least grateful that I can say I didn't do anything bad. Which, obviously, I would not. But I've known some people too. And then this is the part B of our 3-day. So this is our steeplechase. And part A, we were on time. We were a minute and a half early, I think. We were very close to getting a time penalty for this phase. You are going to see me trot, because again, I was struggling with my rib cage specifically. So he thought I was queuing for the other lead, and I was not, so I had to trot him once or twice to pick up the correct lead. And we are that tiny little blip out there. But we got around just fine. This was so much fun. The entire 3-day was so much fun. I am so excited to do another one again. But I'm just really grateful for him. You know, I mean, this horse was taking me through everything. And again, this is 3 days, so you're kind of supposed to let them go and open up their stride. So, you know, that's what I did. And then after our phase B, we went directly into our phase C, which our lovely videographer was also the water person for me. And I tried to pour some water on him, and I was going to get more water, and he said, no, we need to continue going. And he started to get upset, basically, and throw a fit. So I was like, okay, we'll just keep going. And he rolled into the D-box just fine. But yeah, it doesn't look that fast. It didn't feel that fast at all. We could have been going quite a bit faster. I actually was slowing him down quite a bit, because, again, I needed the other lead, and we were, I believe, 2 seconds away from being too fast and getting time penalties. So I was like, okay, we need to trot some of this, which it doesn't look that fast when you look at it, but, you know, it's novice speed. This horse has gone prelim, so he can gallop, that's for sure. And I just had so much fun with this. So we're gonna jump the jump that's kind of directly across the way. I know it's super hard to see because I am so small on the screen, but we're gonna jump that, and then we're gonna come around and exit. So it was a total of 5 jumping efforts. We just jumped it there, you see? And again, it was so much fun. I think that if you've never tried eventing, that you 110% should, because you'll probably like it. You know, I guess you'll probably like it if you like adrenaline. If you don't like adrenaline, then you're not gonna like it. But if you do, then you'll like it. So I believe we crossed the finish line there at those cones. And, you know, I was trying to get him to trot out, and we did. And I just wanted to give him a walk break because I was just so happy with him. And he's so good. And then this is part of our cross-country round. So the cross-country went really well. We pretty much got everything. Time wasn't an issue. We were actually a bit fast, I believe. We didn't get time penalties fast, but we were still kind of fast. The only issue here was I thought he saw the ditch and he didn't, so he ended up sticking a leg in it. And I yelled not presenting to the jump that was up the hill and a little bit off to the side. And I pulled him up and had him walk and trot just to make sure that he was fine and okay. He got really mad at me for pulling him up just to make sure he was fine. And when I was trotting him to be like, are we sound, he walked onto the next fence. So we continued. The vet checked him out immediately when we were done. And he was good. There was nothing wrong, no blood or anything like that. And yeah, I mean, this was such a fun course. And I was just so excited to be there. And so grateful to be there as well. Now, we did end up third out of like 7, I want to say, maybe 9. I don't know, but I was really happy with it. I was so happy with it. And I'm just so grateful to have a horse that jumps his heart out for me. I couldn't ask for anything more. Okay, so I'm really far away in this picture. As you can see, this is just after the ditch. And we jumped that fence beautifully. So he was sound. I did make sure to put my horse first, of course. But he told me that he was ready to go. So I said, okay, we will keep going. Because I try to listen to my horse. Anyway, I disappear over the hill here for a few seconds. And the video cuts off. But I just wanted to make sure that everyone is aware that he was fine, both when I was riding him and when we pulled into the D-box for the second time. And here is one of our trotting workup things. I completely forget what they're called. But I dressed in these cute corduroy pants, some nice cute floral high tops that I found at the thrift store, and like a 1980s blue lace shirt. And it was very pretty. I think he was the prettiest horse. We did not win Best Turned Out, because I can't braid at all. And also, his whites were not that clean. But if it was just based off of prettiest horse, I definitely think I would have won. He obviously had no problem passing at all, because he's so cute and perfect. And yeah, you know, we passed.
Woo! Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And the next one should also be out in about a week. So really excited for that. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them down below. I love reading comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, consider subscribing. If you are already subscribed, double check that, you know, your notifications are on or whatever they tell you to do at the end of a video. And yeah, I hope you guys have a really good day. And remember, it's dangerous, so don't die out there.